Long ago, there was a boy. The boy worked far in the mountains for a master brewer. The people in the land said they'd never tasted anything as good as what the master brewer could make. So one day, before the boy went home, he demanded that he would get his wages for the month in the form of an ale keg. So the master brewer obliged and sent the boy on his way with his keg. Well, on his journey home, it seemed that with every step, the keg only got heavier and heavier and heavier. Soon enough, the boy felt as if he couldn't go any further. So he stopped and looked around to see if there was anyone with whom he might share a drink with. Sure enough, he saw an old man with a long white beard. The man stopped and said, "Good day." "Good day," said the boy. "Where are you off to?" said the man. "Well, I was just on my way home, but I was wondering if I would maybe see somebody I might drink with, and that way I would lessen my load and it would be an easier journey home." And the man said, "Well, might you share it with me? I've been traveling for a long time and I'm quite thirsty." So the boy said, "Well, I don't know anything about you, so why would I share with you? I don't know what kind of man you are, and I don't know where you've come from." The man said, "Well, I'm the Lord. I come from heaven." And the boy responded, "No, no, no, no. I won't drink with you. You are unjust. You make the rich rich and the poor so incredibly poor. You do not act fairly, so no, I will not drink with you." And the boy went on his way. He walked and walked, and once again it seemed with every step that the keg only grew heavier and heavier, and he didn't know if he could go on any further. So he stopped again and looked around. Once again, to his surprise, he saw an old man. This time he was a little bit skinnier than the one before. "Good day," said the man. "Good day," said the boy. "Where are you going?" said the man. "Well, I'm on a journey home," said the boy, "and I'm looking for someone with whom I might share a drink with so that I might lighten my load and make my journey home easier." And the man responded, "Well, might you share it with me? I've been on a long journey and I'm awfully thirsty." And the boy responded, "Well, I don't know what kind of man you are, and I don't know where you've come from. So how should I know whether or not I can share a drink with you?" And the man responded, "Well, I'm the devil, and I come from hell." And the boy said, "I won't share a drink with you. You punish people, and everything bad that happens always gets blamed on you. So no, you are unjust, and I won't share a drink with you." And again, the boy went on his way. He walked and walked, and it seemed like the keg only got heavier and heavier and heavier, and he hoped that he would come across someone with whom he might share a drink with, and surely, to his surprise, he came across another man, this one even skinnier than the one before. The boy thought to himself that it was a wonder that his bones and skin even managed to stay together. He was so thin. "Good day," said the man. "Good day," said the boy. "Where are you off to?" said the man. "Well, I'm on a journey home," said the boy, "and I'm wondering if there's anyone with whom I might share a drink with in order to lighten my load and make my journey home a little bit easier. And the man said, well, maybe you could share it with me. I've been on an awfully long journey and, I am quite thirsty. And the boy said, well, I don't know what kind of man you are or where you've come from, so I'm not sure if I can share a drink with you. And the man responded, well, I'm death. And the boy said, oh, well, in that case, I will share a drink with you. In death, everyone is treated equally. So, sure. And the two sat down and they shared a brew from the boy's ale keg. As soon as Death tasted the ale, he knew he had stumbled upon something special. The two of them laughed and enjoyed pint after pint from the keg. Soon enough, they had finished the whole keg, and Death knew there was some way that he ought to repay the boy. So, in return for having a great day and enjoying such a delicious brew of ale, Death said that in return, he would instill the keg with magical healing powers, and the boy would go on to become a healer. And the boy would travel and visit the sick, and Death would be there with him. And if he sat by the foot of the bed, the boy could give them a brew of ale, and they would recover. And he could even save people that the most talented doctors weren't able to save. But if the sick person wasn't able to be saved, then Death would be lying with his head on their pillow. So the boy went on to become a prolific healer and helped so many people. One day, a king got in contact with the boy. His daughter was very sick and no doctor was able to help. So the boy set off to go and try and help the king. When the boy arrived, he saw that Death was lying by the princess's pillow, and that unfortunately there was nothing he could do to save her. But he also noticed that as Death was lying on the pillow, every time he would nod off and fall asleep, the princess seemed to be doing much better. So, in a moment of quick thinking, the next time Death fell asleep, he demanded that the servants pick up the bed and rotate it in order for Death to be at the foot of the bed. Quickly, before Death woke up again, he poured a brew of ale, gave it to the princess, and she was miraculously healed. Death woke up and was not happy with this. "You have cheated me," said Death. "You've tricked me, and for that, you owe me your life." "Well," said the boy, "I had to, for he was threatening riches and my home. So there was nothing else I could do." And Death only laughed and said, "Well, I need to take a life, so now you must give me your own." And the boy said, "Well, I will give you my life, but I must recite the Lord's Prayer first." So the boy, thinking he was much cleverer than Death, went about his day thinking that as long as he didn't recite the Lord's Prayer, he would be fine. So days went by and seemingly nothing happened. Well, Death thought he had waited a little bit too long. So he set up a tablet right at the foot of the boy's bed. So the next morning, when he woke up, the first thing that he would see is the Lord's Prayer. Well, the next morning, the boy woke up, read the Lord's Prayer,